It starts quietly, in the spaces no one notices. A child who grows up too fast carries the weight of adulthood in tiny shoulders, and yet, no one tells them that carrying it alone can be dangerous. By the end of this, you'll understand why some adults feel exhausted by life before they've truly lived it, and how to begin setting down the burdens you never asked for. Picture a small figure in a cluttered living room, watching parents argue while the toys stay untouched. Or a quiet child at a birthday party, smiling politely while feeling invisible, sensing that their emotions must always wait. They learn early that being strong is survival, that noticing their own needs is a luxury. The world, in its casual indifference, teaches them to shrink. Psychologists call this phenomenon parentification. It happens when children adopt adult responsibilities too soon, caring for siblings, soothing a parent's anxiety, or managing household chaos. Another layer, hypervigilance, grows naturally. The child constantly scans the room, the tone, the mood, learning to anticipate danger before it arrives. And over time, these coping mechanisms cement into identity. Research shows that adults who experienced early parentification often display heightened stress responses and chronic fatigue. You might see them now as grown-ups. They rarely ask for help. They overcommit. They absorb the emotions of everyone around them. They feel guilty for resting. They apologize for existing. They achieve, but never pause to celebrate. Coming up, the subtle habit that quietly sabotages their relationships. It's not selfishness, it's survival. They wear their masks so well that no one suspects the exhaustion beneath. Imagine a garden where every plant is watered, every root nurtured, except your own. Eventually, the soil cracks, the gardener bends, and everything begins to wither. That's the invisible burden carried by those who matured too early. The relentless watering of others' lives while their own needs go unnoticed. Some adults repress anger, sadness, or fear to maintain the role they were forced to play. Some push others away to protect themselves from disappointment. Others pour into their work, friendships, or causes with a desperate intensity, hoping that usefulness can replace the childhood they never had. And yet, under the surface, a quiet voice persists. I wish someone had noticed me. I wish I had been allowed to be small. The turning point, however, begins when awareness meets action. Healing starts with simple, practical steps. First, practice the inner child question. Ask yourself, what did I need then that I didn't receive? Let your adult self answer it. Second, set a small boundary. Say no without guilt to a request that drains you unnecessarily. Third, create a micro-ritual that nurtures your own needs. Read a book, take a walk alone, or even sip tea without distraction. Reminding your brain that your presence matters. You are not broken. This makes sense. Your patterns were learned, not chosen. And the exhaustion, the guilt, the overextension, they are not flaws. They are echoes of survival. Signals that your nervous system learned to protect you in a world that asked too much too soon. The child who grew up too fast is still inside you. And now, you have the power to hold them, honor them, and let them rest. The adult who carries responsibility can still rediscover wonder. The heart that learned to work instead of play can learn to feel again. And one day, when you look back, you will see that growing up too fast didn't steal you. It taught you resilience, and that resilience, once freed, becomes your greatest gift. Your life is not only what you did for others, it is also what you do for yourself. You are allowed to be small, to be quiet, to be human. And in that reclamation, you will find the peace, the presence, and the profound joy you never thought could be yours.